Hey guys, it's Mr. Peng, and I've got for you your week 6 spelling words. Now, a lot of words on this list start with AB, so the ab sound, and AC, so the ac sound. Okay, let's get started. The first word is abduct. Abduct is a verb, and it means to take someone away illegally by force or deception. Abduct is a synonym for kidnap. The difference is mostly how each action is viewed. In your writing, when you use kidnap, it almost sounds less of a crime than to abduct someone. When you use abduct, it sounds more like a serious crime that needs a punishment. When these words are being used in relation to the law though, for example, in court, there are technical differences between the two words. If you're interested in that, I would suggest doing some self-study. But yes, in terms of your writing, they are pretty much synonyms. For the spelling, there's nothing tricky here. Just sound it out. AB for ab and DUCT for duct. So ABDUCT spells abduct. The next word is absurd. Absurd is an adjective, and it describes something that's wildly unreasonable, illogical, or inappropriate. You could just say that it doesn't make sense, but using the word absurd creates a stronger emotional response. Compare, "That makes no sense," to "That's absurd." You would have noticed that absurd has more of a kick to it. The spelling of absurd is simple. AB for ab and SURD for surd. So ABSURD spells absurd. The next word is absorb. Absorb is a verb, and it means to take in or soak up by chemical or physical action. Usually, the word absorb is normally to do with liquids being soaked into something. You may have seen this word being used when talking about sponges and their ability to soak up water, plants being able to take in water from the roots, and liquids soaking into your clothes. When using this word, the absorbing is being done by the material, and the thing being absorbed is the liquid. To spell absorb, just sound it out. AB for ab and SORB for zorb. Be careful that the S makes a sort of Z sound instead of the normal S sound. So ABSORB spells absorb. Word number 4 is absent. Absent is an adjective, and it describes something that's not present in a place, at an occasion, or as part of something. Absent is a word which you should be very familiar with hearing. Us teachers use this word all the time when marking the roll to check to see if a student is at school or not. Really though, it's a more formal way of saying that someone is not there. To spell absent, start with the AB for ab, followed by SENT for sent. When we split the word for easy spelling, you may think that you should hear sent in there, but it's shorter, so pay attention to that. So ABSENT spells absent. The next word is absolute. Absolute is an adjective, and it describes something that is not diminished in any way. If you want to say something is 100%, you use this word instead of saying the 100%. Here's a fun fact on something science related using this word. In terms of temperature, absolute zero is the lowest temperature you can ever get. It's 100% zero, or the most zero you can go when talking about temperature. When you get to absolute zero, it's so cold that everything stops. Split this word into 3 parts to easily remember how to spell it. AB for ab, SOL for the sol, and then you finish it with the UTE, which uses the Aussie E to make the oot sound. So A, B, S, O, L, U, T, E spells absolute. Your next word is abdomen. Abdomen is a noun, and it's the part of the body of a vertebrate which contains the digestive and reproductive organs. So the abdomen is the fancier and more specific version of the word body. Normally, even in a formal piece of writing, you'd prefer to use the word body. But if you need to be more specific about where on the body, use this word. The abdomen is specific to the middle part of a thing that has all its organs and stuff. Spell this word exactly how it sounds. AB for ab, DO for do, and MEN for men. Easy. A, B, D, O, M, E, N. Abdomen. Word number 7 is abrupt. Abrupt is an adjective, and it's used to describe an event that is sudden or unexpected. The most common way people use this word is when they say things come to an abrupt stop. In most situations when it's used, there is a continued activity, and when that activity suddenly stops or is changed, then that's when the word is used. So, an abrupt change, an abrupt halt or stop is commonly seen. This word is spelt exactly as it sounds. A, B, R, U, P, T spells abrupt. The next word is abundant. Abundant is an adjective, and it's used to describe things that are existing or available in large quantities. Abundant is an advanced word for a lot of, but you use it in a different way since abundant is an adjective and lot is a noun. If you wanted to say that there is a lot of bananas using the word abundant, you would say that the bananas are abundant. Either that, or you could turn abundant into a noun and say that there is an abundance of bananas. The spelling of abundant is simple, but just remember that the ending is an ANT and not ENT like it sounds. A, followed by BUN for bun, and then that's followed by DANT for dent. ABUNDANT spells abundant. The next word is abbreviate. Abbreviate is a verb, and it means to shorten a word, phrase, or text. You should have come across a lot of abbreviations somewhere in your life, more commonly on the internet, in your work, and now even in your speech. You might have come across OMG, BRB, and ILY on the internet. They are short for Oh my God, Be Right Back, and I Love You. These are examples of abbreviations. Things like MR and MRS for Mr. and Mrs. also count. Have you heard someone say LOL in real life? Yep, that's an abbreviation. Abbreviations are very informal, so if you're doing a piece of writing, it's highly discouraged to use abbreviations. Write out the full words. The thing to remember about the spelling here is the double B. The rest should be easy to sound out. AB for ab, BREV for breathe, then ending with IATE for the eate ending. ABBREVIATE spells abbreviate. The 10th word is accept. Accept is a verb, and it means to consent or receive or take something offered. Or it can also mean to believe or come to recognize something as correct. The meaning is quite straightforward because chances are you've accepted many things in the past. That can be for both meanings of accept. When you accept something physical, then someone has offered you something and you were like, yeah, okay, I'll take it. Thanks. The other meaning is for when you accept an idea. For example, you're arguing with your friend and have differing opinions. When you finish your little fight and accept their idea, you say, oh, okay, I understand where you're coming from. I'll accept it. In the spelling of accept, the thing to watch out here is the double C. The first C makes the hard C sound, k, and the second C makes the soft C sound, s. So you have AC making ac, followed by CEPT making the sept sound. So ACCEPT spells accept. The next word is accent. Accent is a noun, and it means a distinctive way of pronouncing a language, or it can just be a special emphasis. An accent is the different way people speak a language. This normally depends on where the person comes from, because people in a certain area speak in the same way. For example, Australian English sounds a bit different to American English. This can be taken one step further to English being spoken by a person who grew up in China, who has a Chinese accent. The second meaning of accent is similar. It refers to the little mark thing that you see above some words that English uses from other languages, for example, like in cafe. The E in cafe doesn't sound like a normal E. That's an example of that special emphasis. The thing to watch out for here in the spelling of accent is the double C. Just like the last word, the first C makes the hard C sound, k, and the second C makes the soft C sound, s. So you have AC making ac, followed by CENT making the cent sound. So ACCENT spells accent. The next word is accelerate. Accelerate is a verb and it means to begin to move more quickly. This word, which means to move quicker, can be used everywhere which refers to speed, be it a race car, running, the speed which you learn, everything that has to do with any sort of speed. So in spelling this word, again we have a double C, which is confusing with the first C making the hard C sound, k, and the second C making the soft C sound, s. So you have AC making ac, CEL making cell, then followed by ERATE for the ending. So you end up with ACCELERATE, which spells accelerate. The next word is account. Account can be used as a noun and a verb. As a noun, it means a report or description of an event. So it's just a retelling of something that happened. If someone wanted an account of what happened, they just want to hear your side of the story. Now as a verb, it means to consider or be regarded in a specific way. It's normally to ask if you've thought about something. So you might be asked if you've taken something into account. They're just asking if you've thought about it. Now this word has a double C also, except the C's make the same sound, unlike the previous three words. A way to remember this word is AC for ac, then C-O-U-N-T for count. So, A-C-C-O-U-N-T spells account. Oh, I think I forgot another meaning of account. This one is with like a bank account or an email account. This is just a place where you store all your information. Alright, next word. The next word is accurate. Accurate is an adjective, and it describes something that's correct in all its details. Or it can mean on point. In the physical sense, when something is accurate, it is on target, like an arrow or a bullet. If it's accurate, then the shot has hit its target. When using the word in the other way, it's talking about how correct the details are. The more you get wrong, the less accurate you are. For the spelling of accurate, again, the double C makes the singular hard C sound, k. The slightly tricky part of the word is the ATE on the end of the word. It's not really pronounced properly. It's more like et. So accurate is spelt A-C-C-U-R-A-T-E. Word number 15 is accomplish. Accomplish is a verb, and it means to achieve or complete something successfully. Accomplish is like a synonym for success, although it has a bit more of a satisfactory feel to it. If you succeed in doing something, it's like, okay. But if you accomplish something, then the reaction might be a bit more grand, like, oh, good job. The difference is quite subtle. So subtle, in fact, that it won't matter in most cases. Accomplish is spelt with two C's again. Both of them are making the hard C sound together. The rest of the word is easy to sound out. So, A-C-C-O-M-P-L-I-S-H spells accomplish. The next word is accompany. Accompany is a verb, and it means to go somewhere with someone as a companion or an escort. To accompany someone is to go with someone to somewhere as the support. If you are going there and they are helping you, then you aren't accompanying them. They are accompanying you. Accompany is the verb that can only be used for the helper. Accompany is another word where both C's are making the hard C sound. An easy way to learn this word is to see the word company in it. So, the way you spell it is the AC for ac, followed by company. So, A-C-C-O-M-P-A-N-Y spells accompany. Word number 17 is accommodate. Accommodate is a verb, and it means to provide lodging or sufficient space for. To accommodate someone is to give someone a place to live. For you to accommodate someone, you need to have the power to do that. For example, you can't tell someone that they can live in a place that you don't own or aren't in charge of. So the spelling of accommodate can trick people with the two sets of double letters. The way I like to remember it is 2 C's, 2 M's, and 2 O's. 2, 2, 2, and they're all around the middle. It also kind of follows a rhythm when you spell it out loud. A-C-C-O-M-M-O-D-A-T-E. That spells accommodate. The next word is accumulate. Accumulate is a verb, and it means to gather together, or acquire an increasing number or quantity of. When something accumulates, it's normally gathering in one place, and always increasing in number. It doesn't really matter what it is that's accumulating, as long as we can see that the amount of the thing is increasing. Then we can say that it's accumulating. In terms of spelling, accumulate again has the two C's, making a hard C sound. Just watch out for the U's in the word. Although they are by themselves, they say their name as their sound and don't use the short U sound. So, A, C, C, U, M, U, L, A, T, E spells accumulate. Word number 19 is accident. Accident is a noun, and an accident is an unfortunate incident that happens unexpectedly and unintentionally. Pay attention to the meaning of this word. If something happens, it's only an accident if it's unintentional, which means that the action that happened didn't happen on purpose. You can have good accidents and bad accidents. As long as it's unintentional, it's an accident. Now the spelling of accident is tricky in that the spelling list gave you this word after they gave you all of the words where the two C's together make the hard C sound. The two C's in accident here are back to how they were before. Two C's with one making the soft C sound and then the hard C sound. The rest of the word is, thankfully, able to be sounded out. So, A, C, C, I, D, E, N, T. That spells accident. And your last word is accrue. Accrue is a verb, and it means to gain money gradually over time. Accrue isn't a word that pops up very much. It pretty much only shows itself when you're talking about money and how people get it over time through payments and investments. Just think about it now as a word to use when people get money over time. This is another word with two C's making the hard C sound. Apart from this, just note that the oo sound at the end of the word is made by UE. So, A, C, C, R, U, E spells accrue. Okay. Geez, some of those words were long. Oh well, we got through them. Have a great week, guys. See ya!